Okay, let's do a quick money test. See if you can finish these sentences. Number 1. Money doesn't grow on. Number 2. This is going to cost me an arm and day. Number 3. Do you think I'm made of? Number 4. Money is the root of all. And number 5. Save money for a rainy. Now watch to the end of the video to see if you've scored top marks. Hello and welcome to Set Up for Success. My name is Tracy Anson. Today we're going to be continuing with our series entitled Setting Our Children Up for Financial Success. Now we're going to be looking today at our mindset, and as parents we're going to be looking at how our mindset affects our attitude to wealth and money. Now our attitude to wealth and money comes from various experiences, how we were taught, and things we saw as a child, and things we heard from our parents, our siblings, our grandparents, from people in authority, our teachers, our church leaders, and basically the people that were influential to us growing up in our formative years. Now, I don't know about you, but think back to some of your first memories of money. Think back to the things that you heard as a child, what experiences that you can remember as a child growing up, what was happening in your household whenever money was discussed or whenever an issue concerning money arose. Now, one of my first memories concerning money was from my dad. And I can always remember him saying, the mortgage have to pay. And back then as a child, I didn't even know what a mortgage was. I mean, it's only later on in life I realised that he was actually talking about the mortgage. And he'd reel off a whole list of bills that needed paying. The mortgage had to pay, rates, electricity, gas. So you didn't even think about, should I approach my dad about buying me a new pair of shoes or a new dress, because you knew you were going to hear this long list of things that needed to be paid for. So throughout this week, what I'm going to want you to do is to be thinking about what memories you have concerning your first experiences with money. In order for us to set our children up for financial success, we need to first deal with our own personal issues concerning money and wealth. So what I'd like you to do throughout this week is grab a journal, a notebook, pen, paper, and I would like you to jot down any memories that you have concerning money and wealth while growing up. Any experiences that you encountered, any things you remember your parents or the people who raised you saying concerning money. Number 2, I want you to write down how you think those experiences, those things you heard and even saw, have affected your attitude concerning wealth. Our aim is to uncover our deep-rooted thoughts and feelings concerning money so that we do not pass any negative images or messages onto our children. So, we need to find out, are we afraid of being wealthy? Are we fearful that once we become wealthy, we might change? I remember one of the memories that I always have concerning wealth is thinking of a particular lady that when she first started preaching, she was quite down to earth and she wasn't that well known, very humble and very modest. But she blew up on the preaching scene and became very successful, very sought after and quite famous. And within my heart, I felt that she changed. I don't know if she got liposuction, but she went extremely slim, plastic surgery, and it was just all about, I don't know, the wealth and the cars and the houses. And sometimes, anytime I think about wealth, sometimes I think, will I change? But I remember one of my pastors always saying that money is an amplifier, and it doesn't change you. What it does is it uncovers, or it brings out what's already deep down inside of you. So that was just by the by. Another thing, are you afraid that maybe once you become wealthy, you might desert God, you might abandon your family, your spouse? Are you afraid that maybe once you became wealthy, you might lose it all and then you'd have to start from scratch? We also want to really dissect our attitude towards money and to find out how we are financially wired. Are you stingy? Are you generous? Are you a spender? Are you a saver? Do you define others by their wealth? Do you define yourself by what you have or what you don't have? Do you consider the poor? All these things will be uncovered throughout this week while you're listening, and being a student of yourself, being conscious about your subconscious thoughts towards wealth, writing things down, and then just thinking about how these things affected my attitude towards wealth and money. Okay, so let's go back to our test now and see if anyone managed to score a perfect 5 out of 5. So I'll go through the answers in no particular order. Money doesn't grow on trees. That's going to cost me an arm and a leg. Do you think I am made of money? The love of money is the root of all evil, and save money for a rainy day. Now, if you scored a perfect 5 out of 5, your parents and my parents were obviously best friends, or the people who raised you were very similar to the people that raised me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Set Up for Success. Remember to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you think this topic is something that your friends and your family will find useful, please ensure to tell them, and also to hit the bell button so that you do not miss any of the upcoming episodes. Thank you, and see you next week.